Hey guys, BrickQueen here with the largest LEGO Scooby-Doo set. It is set number 75904, the Mystery Mansion. It has 860 pieces and looks awesome, so let's go ahead and check it out. So here is our Mystery Mansion, or at least the bottom portion of it. There is kind of a top part that I'll show you later on, but first let's go ahead and take a look at everything going on in the bottom half of this, because there is a lot to this that I think is really cool. You've got the little motorcycle with a side cart here with Shaggy and also Velma riding it. And let me go ahead and take them off one by one and show you the minifigures. Here is the Shaggy that you get in this set. Really nice. He's holding a hot dog, and he does have a double-sided face here. Kind of got a sad look and kind of a goofy look on this face, but that's kind of his usual look, so that's kind of normal. And I'm just gonna set that off to the side, and then you have Velma, of course, but here's the rest of the sidecar, so you can see it without the figures. It's really the Scooby-Doo colors. I think it's great. And then here's Velma, which I think is cool, and I think this might be the only set you get Velma in. And then she's got a little map looking piece here, which is a printed piece, and also a magnifying glass, which is kind of cool. You can see you can use it kind of with the map if you want to. It's really pretty awesome. And if you take her hairpiece off, which is kind of an unusual hairpiece, which basically every hairpiece for the gang is a new mold, which is kind of cool. Glad they did that. As you can see, Velma does have a double-sided face, and her skirt printing goes around the front and the sides, not the back. Usually they don't put stuff on the back of the legs, but that's okay. Still a very cool looking minifigure. And of course we have Scooby-Doo over here, and he's got his collar, and the only part on Scooby that does move is the head. You can turn the head around like that. But I think it's cool. It's just kind of the regular standing Scooby. And here's our kind of like little man-eating plant over here. Just kind of sits over there. You can kind of move it like this and, you know, make it, you know, talk if you want to, like, feed me, Seymour. But I think it's kind of cool that they have stuff like that in there. There is a place inside the kind of like a greenhouse over here. There's kind of a place right here that you can sit him, but you don't have to, obviously. You can kind of take him out as you want to. And you can detach the sides of the castle. Let me try and do that without breaking anything. There we go. Like, here's one portion of the castle right here. You have a ghost here on the side, which is kind of cool. And that ghost does glow in the dark. I'll try to show you that later. And it's got the little ball and chain attached to it, which is just one piece, of course. And you got there's a lot of stickers in this set, like especially on the glass pieces, and also these wood pieces are also stickers. And there's kind of the top part of that. And if we turn it around, you can see the inside of this portion. The bottom half is like a little, kind of like a dirty kitchen. You've got a little cabinet here that you can open up. There's nothing inside there though. There is a burger sitting on top of this. If I can get that out, well, got part of it. There's the top of the burger at least. You can see that's a printed piece, which is kind of cool. And you've got a little sink here, a little stove, and a little oven that does open up. But again, there's nothing inside the oven. And a little rat in there too. And then here's a little top portion here that has a little safe with a little lock piece on there. And you can just fold that part out, and then you can also open this, which that's a sticker on there, by the way. And we have 3 gold pieces inside here, which is cool. You get 3 of those. And they are kind of like a chrome gold, which looks awesome. And this is the Black Knight figure. And go ahead and kind of show you him a little bit. It looks kind of cool. If you take the mask off, that's kind of the eyes that go underneath the mask. You can kind of see them a little bit better like that. But, of course, you know, if the meddling kids unmask him, you can turn the face around and see his regular face there with his glasses and all. And if you take the armor off, you can see kind of like a suit underneath there. Kind of got shiny there. I guess that's supposed to be like the armor too. But I think it's kind of cool. And you can just, you know, put that back on him if you want to. But that's the Black Knight figure. And you can also unmask the ghost. Kind of forgot to do that. But let me go ahead and show you. You can take this whole piece off. And of course we have the black part on this side so that, you know, it looks solid underneath here. But, again, with the meddling kids, unmask him. And it looks like a little French guy underneath there. Little mustache and all. Of course he's angry to be unmasked, but, you know, we can put it back on like that. And then it just looks like a Halloween costume. Anyway, I'm just going to set him back up there. And so that's kind of like, you know, just one side portion of the castle from right there. I'm just going to set that back here. And maybe we can detach the greenhouse. Now, look at it. There we go. So here's the greenhouse, which I think is kind of cool. You do have, again, several stickers on here, like the ones here and here. It looks like the plants that will eat people, or at least bite them. And you do have a little, what looks like this way to be a pumpkin, and you can turn it around. It's a little jack-o'-lantern head. It's the same piece that they used for the Headless Horseman in one of the other sets. And you have a door on the side you can open up. And here's the inside. Right there is where the big plant can sit if you want to, and then you also have another little jack-o'-lantern inside there. So that's kind of a nice little greenhouse, I think, and you have a nice little just glass piece on that side. So I'm going to kind of set that off to the side. And then here's kind of basically the main portion of the castle. This is, you know, down here at the front gate, basically, or the front door. And we do have Daphne standing here with her camera ready to take pictures. Let me go ahead and take the camera away from her so you can see what she looks like. It's a very nice figure. And, of course, like I said, another unique hairpiece. And there's her kind of smiley face, and then there's her scared face on the other side. And we'll go ahead and put her hair back on and kind of set her aside. So here is, like I said, the front door, and of course you can open the front door, but you can see through there. It's kind of a trap. I'll show you. If you turn this around, you can actually control this by turning this piece on the side like this. And that's kind of cool. And right inside there, there's also a little sticker piece with, you know, looks like a prospector holding gold, which is not bad. I think it's kind of a cool addition to the castle. And then there's like another sticker piece there. And you can also adjust the part right over the door, like that. But let me go ahead and switch this out so you can see the top half now. So as you can see, you can take the whole top half off like this. This is the portion that was just sitting on top of here. But you can take that whole part off. And you have this nice little function here where you've got the little bat sitting there. And you can turn this piece on the back, which I'll show you in just a second. And actually, you know, make the time change on the clock around to like midnight. And then do we have a bat? Or is it a vampire? Or maybe a vampire bat. Anyway, so I think this is a cool little figure, a little vampire down here. He does have a really nice cape with the black on one side and the red on the other. And if we take his hairpiece off, you can see, of course, it's just a guy in a costume. There's his regular face there. So you can unmask every villain in this set, which is, of course, awesome if you're part of the Scooby-Doo gang, Mystery Inc. So I think that's a really cool little figure there. And the part that you turn is just this piece right here. You turn that and it rotates the piece in the center and changes the time on the clock at the same time. It's kind of cool. And up there at the top, in the back, kind of behind this top portion, you also have this. which is really cool because this is printed like this. You don't have to put that sticker on, which is kind of surprising, but I think that's really awesome. So you can, if you want, you know, you can put your vampire in there, but obviously you don't have to. But I just think that's a really cool piece that they added in. It just looks really cool sitting up here at the top like that, just like that. And so that is the top portion of the castle, the very tip top. It's got kind of a clock tower. So I think this is a really, really awesome set. And I, again, have to thank Warner Brothers and Lego for sending this to me as part of the Mystery Builder campaign for Lego Scooby-Doo. So anyway, let me know your thoughts about this awesome set in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys. Click here to check out more of our recent videos. And don't forget to comment, like, favorite, and subscribe.